There's a moth on my windowsill, and it came to die.
Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute. Link can talk? Are you fucking kidding me? All this time, I've been playing these fucking games with this fucking little Hylian fucking kid walking around breaking pots and shit. And whenever he's talking to people, he just has this fucking dumbass look on his face because he can't say any words. And now I'm reading this fucking manga or whatever the fuck it's called, and you're telling me this motherfucker could talk this whole time? Bro, the next fucking game better be him talking, because I cannot take this anymore. Oh, um, sorry. Guess caught me at the wrong time. You ever read this shit? This shit's actually pretty dope, in my opinion. Uh, they made Link talk, which is stupid because he doesn't talk. But you know what? I'll forgive Akira Himekawa for that. I'll forgive him or her. I don't know if that's a boy name or a guy name. Boy name or a guy name. Fuck, a boy name or a girl's name. I'm fucking stupid. Um, but yeah, I'll forgive you this one time on because I love the fuck out of this franchise. All right, let's get right to it. What is up, my fellow hip hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G Vance, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the third upload of today, the last review of today. So let's get right to it. Today, for this video, I'm going to be reviewing The Last Party by the one and only Matt Martians. He was a former member of Odd Future, and he is the keyboardist for the band The Internet. I don't know if you guys know who The Internet are. They're right there actually, right above Spider-Man, right there. That little thing, you probably can't see it, and I'm probably pointing at nothing, but they're over there somewhere. Um, but yeah, he's the keyboardist for them. He's a really great composer, really great producer, and a really great songwriter as well. Uh, he hasn't dropped anything since 2017, which I forgot what it's called. I think it was called like the Big Drum Theory or some shit like that. I'm not entirely sure. But nevertheless, Matt Martians is back, and boy, does he have a lot of shit to say. Nothing negative, just something very positive, and once again, something very deep, something very vulnerable. Like I said, vulnerability is a really big topic for all the albums I've been reviewing today. Um, so Matt Martians has come here today for this new album to show everybody that it's okay to be hurt, because Lord knows this man has been fucking hurting for quite a while now. He went through a really bad breakup, and and just in general, he had a really rough start to his music career, like when he first started. He had a really bad start. He had a really bad breakup recently, and it's like, he's been hurting for a while, and like he's been like trying to figure out how to like cope with it, and like how to like grow and move on from it. Um, and now that he has recently turned 30 years old, which by the way, Matt Martians, you look pretty fucking good still at 30 years old. So like, I don't know what you're doing. Well, he's obviously taking care of himself. I'm not taking care of myself right now. I look like I'm fucking 30 already, probably. Um, but like, you know, you you look really good for yourself for 30 for just being 30, bro. So good job. Um, but not that he is now 30 years old. Uh, he has finally just had enough. Like like that's pretty much the whole album. Like he's had enough. Like it's time to move on, and it's time to for us to move on as well. You know, he's been he's been doing a lot of shit to like cope with his like sadness and cope with like the hurt, and like I can definitely like I can definitely like vouch and relate to that. You know, it's not easy going through a change. It's not easy like going through like being so used to having somebody in your life, and then like they leave. And whether they die, or whether like they no longer want to be a part of your life. It's like it's really hard to cope with that change, because like that's a person that you thought would be with you forever through your ups and downs, and then like once they leave, you're like left wondering, what did you do wrong. You end up blaming yourself for it. And it's like, instead of growing and moving from it, it's like you're still stuck in the middle, because you you just keep blaming yourself. And it it truly sucks that we think that way. But I think this album is gonna be something that helps out a lot of people out there who are going through hurt, because I understand. It's not easy going through this. Life isn't easy, life isn't fair. Like we're all uh, through it. You know and and just because like you're the only person like expressing the hurt you're going through, the other people who like aren't as open about their mental health and like what's bothering them, may also be going through like a really bad time too. You never know. So it's like I said, we all go through it. And you know no one said like dealing with like coping with her is going to be something easy. So um you know before I say anything else, I just want to say thank you to Matt Martians real quick, because like you made an album that has taught me how to cope with hurt a lot more better. Because I have a lot of shit like bottled up inside me that I'm still trying to cope with. Like is probably a bad idea. It's a really bad idea to like try and do this by myself, like trying to do this whole lone wolf act. Um, but it's like it's hard opening up to people for me personally, and like this album has really taught me that it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to like be sad. You know, um, Matt Martians is such a talented like singer, like such a talented like composer in general. I always said that Matt Martians kind of like reminds me of if Tyler the Creator would make an R&B album. It sounds pretty weird. Like I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like really weird. It sounds like something that you like wouldn't like normally listen to in your spare time, but like it still sounds really fucking great. And that's what I appreciate about Matt Martian, is that he's doing something that he really likes doing, something very different, something that people don't like you usually hear in like the R&B or just like the music industry in general. So like so yeah, like I really appreciate him doing that. It's really cool of him to do. Um, it's called The Last Party for a reason, because this is the last party of him dealing with his insecurities. He's throwing one last party for his insecurities and all his flaws, because he is completely done with it. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but at the beginning of his career, Matt Marshall was like so worried, and he was like so like focused and like caught up in like what negative things people had to say about his music. Like he was so worried that people aren't gonna like him. He was so worried that people like were gonna be so negative, and like that gave him a lot of stress, and that like put him in a situation where it's like he doesn't know if he should put this out or not, because of what people are gonna say. And now he's at the moment where he's throwing this last party to like like pretty much his last party of him giving a fuck of what people have to say, and like his last party of dealing with his insecurities, and like his last party of like saying how much he hates himself. It's pretty much the last party that will lead him to like living a life that is a lot more positive, and will make him a lot more happier, obviously. um and like that's something we all need. We all need to throw like one last party for our insecurities. you know um I understand that's something very hard to do. Like obviously, like take your time until like you're finally like able to like to like be at peace with yourself and with all your thoughts. Like We all have our flaws. We all have something we're insecure about. Like for example, I'm very insecure about my singing voice. Like I don't know if you guys know that. Like I don't sing around people because I think my fucking voice is shit. Maybe I'll show it to you guys at some point, but I don't know. Um, but like that's something I'm really insecure about, and so I understand we all have our insecurities that we don't like about ourselves. We all have something that we don't like about ourselves. Like it's like it's natural to have insecurities, but it's really bad if you're saying like that you don't like yourself, because that shit can mentally fuck you up if like you say that you don't like yourself and why you don't like yourself. If you keep reminding yourself, it's like you're not gonna get anywhere. So it's like we all need to throw one last party of like of us not giving a fuck, of us like like just us being more self-aware and like at peace with ourselves, and just at peace with our personalities. I really appreciate that Matt Martians like made a whole album that is teaching a lot of people right now about self understanding and like self love. As soon as you come to understanding with yourself on like your flaws and your insecurities make you who you are, and that will like eventually lead to self love, and like it'll make you like a lot more happier than you've ever been. You're still gonna go through your ups and downs, because that's everybody. Every day is not gonna be a perfect day. Like even if you come to that like point where you like love yourself a lot and you're like practicing self understanding, there's always gonna be that one bad day that like makes you really sad, and that's okay. Like it's okay to not be okay sometimes. And I feel like I've said that so many times on this channel, but it truly is. It truly is. It's okay to not be okay sometimes, and um, that's what I really appreciate. Like what Matt Martians is doing. You know, he's super underrated. He's super talented though. Like I really hope you guys go listen to this. Production value is fucking amazing. Mac DeMarco helped like on some tracks on here. So yeah, like production value is very great. Um, you know, it's just everything about this album is so amazing. And um, it's something that I'm probably gonna look back and listen to from here and then, just to like just when I'm feeling sad. There's a lot of great features. Steve Lacy is in it. He's also a part of the internet. He always, no matter what Steve Lacy does, he's fucking great. So like I really love Steve Lacy on this album. There's also another person. Her name is Daisy. Um, she was really fucking good on this album too. You know, Overall, it's a really great album. It shows how much he's matured. It shows how much like he's learned and grown from his mistakes or from his past experiences. And I really hope he, like from here on now, he will continue to make music that he likes and not worry about what anyone else has to say, because at the end of the day, like if you're proud of yourself, that's okay. Like if there's always going to be people that are not going to like what you make, and that's okay, because I guarantee you there's plenty of other people out there that will love what you make. And that's one thing we all have to remember. To anyone wanting to do, who wants to be in the music industry, and just anybody who wants to do like something creative with their lives in general, like always remember, there's gonna be people out there that won't like it just because it's you, and that's okay, because there's always gonna be a lot of people supporting you, and those are the people that matter, not the people that don't like you. Um, and with that being said, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Follow me on Instagram down below. As always, DM me for request. I do not believe Matt Martians has an Instagram account, so like I don't know. I'll try and find it, but I don't think he has one. Um, but uh, either way, go listen to his new album, The Last Party. It's out now on any streaming platform that you can think of. It's only like 29 minutes long, so it shouldn't be too much of your time. Hopefully, it's only 8 tracks and only 29 minutes long, so you know, please go listen to it. It'll help you out if you're like trying to cope with hurt. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to stay happy.
She